Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's Grant back for an episode of the Southern Shmooze podcast. Intro is currently happening, and it's been a minute, but it's been a minute because there's a reason. And I just felt so bad that I've had, I've just stalled on putting this one out. Not because the interview wasn't great, but it was because I screwed up. And luckily, our guest, Mr. Raul McCoy with Safety First Electric, he was a real trooper, super nice, just couldn't above and beyond as I just assumed he would be. And but yeah, the problem was we had a big, fantastic conversation, and then I looked at my phone, and sure enough, half of it was gone. So I just, I tried to dig through my phone and my recording device to find the backups, but I couldn't figure it out, and I just kind of was just kept thinking all right, what should I do? And at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, let's release what we got. This is kind of split up into two parts. The first part is normal, and then the second part is okay, let's rehash what we're trying to bring this thing back to life. It was a real gut punch when we both figured it out, and I mean a little behind the scenes, and I figured it out now, but I use a DJI mic, which is really cool. They're really nice. They clip onto you. It hooks into your phone. The process is super simple. I'm really stoked on it. But as I learned, you can't just put your phone on airplane mode. Stuff can still get through. Somebody got through, and then, it just shut off the recording. But now I know what to do to prevent that. And that was my long-winded way of saying super sorry to Raul, we still had a beautiful conversation, and I would love to get to chat with him, and at least him and I will always have that for ourselves, for our own. We had I think some parts of the conversation that got left out were just about him being an awesome dad and fishing with his kids, and there's a slew of other things, but I definitely want to take this moment to give him extra praise, extra shine, extra schmoozability. But yeah, his company is Safety First Electric, and it's called that, as you'll find out soon, because he takes safety so it's such an important thing for him, and there's a reason behind it. It's beautiful what he's doing because of why he got to where he is and what he's doing. It's just just a stand up human being. It's just really proud to have him be a part of the group. And I do want to say too, he is state licensed, which I know I had a post recently about the new Georgia law, and if you missed it, you look into it, or just look in the group. But it's very important now to be more familiar with who you're hiring based on if they have a license or not. And this isn't like an LLC. This is something you go to school, you take tests, you do a whole thing. So as it turns out, and I mean, you might have already known this, you might have not, you might not be a big deal, but being licensed is a difficult and impressive thing to achieve. And the fact that Mr. McCoy is that just speaks more volumes about his character and his, just him trying to do right in the world, in Atlanta, in our community. Because he took that extra step, and I am very just I want to say proud of him. But I mean, it's true. It's wow, it's I envy someone that does does that extra step that's difficult. And anyways, I think I can get on with the show, but I did want to put all this out in the beginning because you're going to hear some like cutouts and stuff, and that's just a problem that I've now sorted, and I hope I never have to deal with again because it's just it's just a bummer. That's the only way to look at it. Hey, I'll put in some more fun stuff at the top while I'm at it. Where's my notes? Yeah, there they are. We are having our annual November 14th is our date. It's last year we called it Schmoozapalooza. This was an EAV. This year's in Grant Park. I'm teaming up with the Grant Park Conservancy to help with our market. Looking for a cool name this year. I guess we could call it that again, but I figured, if we can get y'all involved and someone has a fun name, toss it my way. Is there any other news? I'm actually going to be in the news. I just found out this morning. This is for Peace of Mind Recycling, my recycling company. We did a piece recently. I'm back on the TV. So I get to share that with y'all soon. And then, should I wrap it up? Yeah, why not? Okay, so without further ado, this is Mr. Raul McCoy with Safety First Electrical Services, and away we go.
When you're in need of a plumber, a roofer, a gilder, a builder, a baker, a candlestick maker, electrician, technician, landscaper, bricklayer, flooring and fencing, I need to say we could be schmoozing. We could be schmoozing at the Southern Shmooze.
Since it's all conversation based, it's not like a, format or anything. So it's, oh boy. Well, I do like to start with one thing, the date. Probably should have looked that up before we got started.
The 25th?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
9:30 on the 25th of June.
Yep.
Cool. That's a great place to start. And all right. So today's guest, Mr. Raul with Safety
The one
First
and only.
Electric Services. Thanks for coming.
Hey, it was a pleasure being invited, man. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity.
How's your morning so far?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Every morning is amazing. We above Earth, so that's what's important.
Yes. What time do you usually get your morning started?
Like 5.
Woo!
Yeah, we start our mornings at 5. I go to the gym around 6. So I start at 5. I go to the gym around 6.
Damn.
Kill myself every morning. Come home, come home, take a shower, and off to saving the world in electrical problems.
I've heard. I don't do the gym, so this is like that world's a little unbeknownst to me. I've been getting my biking in recently, which I quite enjoy. That's like kind of my exercise in addition to whatever I can do at work. But I've heard, because I listened to the Huberman podcast. Do you listen to that one?
I haven't heard it.
I think he's a big fanatic of working out in the morning, as opposed to at night. Do you, just curious, do you have an opinion on why do you start this so early in the morning?
Because it helps to keep the day going. So like when you get that, it's that wake up energy, but like once you get your workout out of the way first thing in the morning, you already built that extra strength for the day. So as you go throughout the day, it's like you got that added juice that you can kind of just coast through the day, and once you're done with the day, you can relax, chill out, and plan for the next one.
So if you don't get that workout, you feel like sluggish or something?
Not really. I just don't feel like as strong.
Yeah.
Like when you lift weights or do squats or whatever, like when you're going through the day, you feel that extra muscle that you gain throughout the day.
I mean, I believe it. I think there's science back behind it too. So like that all checks out, but unless you're an early bird, that lifestyle's hard.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm an early bird. Like I said, I got 4 kids. So.
Yeah, I just learned that 5 seconds ago, but that's awesome because there's a lot of half the people I've talked with have kids, so there's a lot of parents, business owner parents, entrepreneurs, whatever you want to call it in the schmooze world, which is I don't know if that's like, to me it's kind of interesting because it's just like I didn't know we were all parents until we started talking and stuff, but it's like I mean that's so what's your typical, is it like when are you getting to sleep?
Sometimes. Sometimes, but now so we operate on a strict schedule though. We wind our kids down around 7, and by 8 they already took their showers or baths or whatever they're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So by 9 the whole house is shut down by 9 o'clock.
So you got a 5 to 9.
Yep.
Okay.
The whole house is shut down. Even if they get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, they shut down by 9. It is what it is.
Gotcha.
But speaking of most members of the Shmooze having kids, I think having a business and having kids benefit one another because your business is just like your child.
Well said.
Yeah, so you know that if you have a child, there are certain things that you have to do to prepare this child for life, to prepare this child for being around other people and things of that nature. So the same goes for your business. Like, the business just doesn't automatically do what it's supposed to do. You have to teach whatever has to be done into the business so that it gives whatever you're trying to give to the community.
I mean, fantastic analogy. Yeah, you really they're both your babies.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why parents could be, or like the parents that their businesses are flourishing so well, is because they're also good parents. It's really cool. Connection.
It definitely counts though.
Yeah, 100%. Well, before we get too far, we should probably do an intro on what you do and what you offer and like where you service. Get all the basics out of the way. So we know you're an electrician, but what does that encompass exactly? Because I know that obviously residential, so you've helped a lot of homeowners already in the group. But is there you telling me more about just that in general?
So I am the founder of Safety First Electrical Services, and the reason why we started Safety First Electrical Services, most people don't know this, but back in 2019, my mom had a house fire, and it was an electrical fire. And at that time, it was never my goal or intention to own a company. I wasn't an electrician at the time, but I just was doing it for a job. And then when I found out that her house caught fire due to an electric fire, that really made me to look at things differently, because if there was something that I could have done to prevent that, then I would have done that. But I just didn't know that, these things were a big deal. So lost her house, got displaced for like 2 or 3 months, and lost everything. So like, I experienced that with her, and that's just an experience that I don't want other people to have to go through.
Wow.
And that's why we prioritize safety over everything, because you don't want to have to deal with that. Like,
I can only imagine, and that sounds awful. Wow, what a tremendous. I don't want to say that's such a beautiful story of you started your business because it was so impactful in your life and your mom's life, and wow, that's the best story so far. So reason to get started. I mean, out of curiosity, how was it a faulty wire, or what was the catalyst for how the whatever happened?
Well, so she lived in a multi-unit building.
Okay.
The unit above hers, they had an electrical issue.
Okay.
That we had no clue of. So when that unit caught fire, because that unit's above her unit caught fire as well. So everybody was just in the house, hanging out, not really concerned. And I guess something happened at their microwave upstairs. I couldn't investigate it because I wasn't a part of what happened. But when that happened, they came back and let us know, hey, there was an issue with the microwave that caused the electrical fire. We didn't have too much details as to what it was, but we were certain that it was electrical fire. And my brother had just graduated from school, so he lost all his graduation memorabilia.
Boy.
And fortunately for us, he was going to the University of Georgetown. So at that time, Patrick Ewing was the coach for the basketball team, and he was going to play basketball for them.
Okay.
So they started a GoFundMe, and they helped her out a whole lot.
Wow.
Like, just the University of Georgetown, they helped out a whole lot with that transition, and she wound up moving to Washington, D.C. because of it.
Okay.
But there was just circumstances that was outside of our control. And in my opinion, if we can do anything to prevent these things from happening,
Yeah.
then that's my goal.
Well, that was my roundabout way of asking, like, if someone's listening, myself included. You mentioned microwave. I have a microwave. I mean, like, are there preventative things you think we can do now, or are there preventative things that you can help with? Is that part of your job to to come over and like say like, oh, let's fix something here?
Yeah. So what we do is when we go to service a client, whoever the client is, we always do a thorough inspection of their electrical panel, just in the event that most people never even look on the inside of their electrical panel.
You talking about the
breaker
electric box, the breaker box?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where all electricity starts.
Got it.
So any client that we ever take care of, we start at the electrical panel because that's where power starts, just to make sure there aren't any issues there.
Yep.
And that's just a courtesy. A lot of times, most homes, whether they're older or newer, they have what's called snapback connections in the back of their outlets. And I know that might be a little bit of jargon, but those snapback connections is literally just a wire going straight into a piece of plastic. And electricity is just heat. So it heats up that plastic, and over time that plastic melts. And if not addressed, it'll last for years before you even recognize that it's an issue.
Wow. Okay. So that's step one. And then, I mean, in the case of the microwave, that was probably just a fluke or something.
In anybody's microwave, you pull a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
So if your circuits aren't sized properly and you don't have the proper equipment, then the likelihood of that becoming a thing for your microwave is probably pretty high. Like if we were to do a survey of areas that cause electrical fires, there's a couple things that contribute to it. Space heaters number one.
Interesting.
Space heaters are the number one things that cause electrical fires in the world, basically.
Is that because they get so hot so quick, or they fall over and they burn something?
It's so it's about the amount of electricity that you're using. So space heaters pull a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
And most times people don't consider the fact that they pull so much electricity, and they'll have a space heater plugged in with the TV, or two space heaters plugged in the same location, not really considering the fact that this electricity is building up heat. And behind the walls, if you have these called snapback connections, then all it's doing is melting your outlet from the inside.
Damn.
And when that happens, most times your breaker will trip, and people will think, oh man, the breaker just tripped, I'll reset it.
Yeah.
And then they just keep resetting it over and over again until it gets to the point where it's not able to withstand what's going on again, and the next thing you know, you got a whole situation.
Okay, wow. So, right, you were going down a list. Space heaters number one.
Okay, space heaters, surge protection. So those extension cords that are designed to protect your house, most people
the
use
ones that you plug like 6 in at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people use those and plug literally everything that they can into it, and you're just overloading the circuit. And these surge protection strips, they're designed to prevent surges, but they're not designed to prevent overheating. And when they overheat, those devices are just plastic.
Fair
It's
enough.
literally just plastic. So if it starts to melt and overheat, and anything that's attached to it, whether it's a carpet or whatever, once it starts to melt, these things catch collateral damage.
Wow.
So it's a bit of, and it's not to scare anybody, it's just to kind of bring some awareness to it.
I mean, education is good scary. You know, it's stuff I don't think about. That's why I love having these conversations. I'm always learning something new. Did you notice anything bad about my house so far?
I didn't look.
Okay.
So I try my best not to be too nosy when I'm at a person's property.
Well, they would appreciate being nosy, because it's like, you know, I mean, literally it could be life or death if your house burns. Like,
Very true.
You know, it's like a big deal. I know I want to keep going down this list, but before I forget this thought, so you, like, prior to your mom's unfortunate house fire, were you educated in the electrician world at all?
Yeah, so I was an electrician,
Okay.
but I was just doing commercial new installations. So at that time, we were doing like, I was living in Savannah at the time when we built the Savannah Arena. We was building all kind of hospitals and stuff like that. So
Wow.
at that time, it wasn't a priority to me to even be involved in residential. But when that happened, that gave me a reason to be involved in residential as a whole. And people look at it like, man, you can make so much more money doing commercial. And I'm like, it's not really about making more money. It's about helping the people who need help. Because homeowners are the most disadvantaged in all of the trades, not just electrical. One, because they're uneducated in most of the trades.
Yeah.
They don't give you this is how you take care of your house manual when you buy your house. You know, so it's our responsibility to try to bring as much education to our clients as possible, even if they may not want to hear it.
Why wouldn't someone want to hear it? I mean, to me, tell me everything.
Well, sometimes telling you everything comes at an investment.
A price?
Yeah, and I can bring this to your attention, and if that investment just doesn't make sense for what you're prepared for today, it's like opening up a can of worms that just makes a person feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why some homeowners are like, yeah, I want to know, but I really don't want to know because now I'm gonna be nervous.
Ooh, well, I like. This is like, it's weird to say. I like being nervous if that means like,
Protecting your property.
It's me. It's my family. It's like my dogs. It's the investment of the house. It's like I'm gonna do everything I can to keep this thing afoot. But I mean, I get it. Everyone has their way of looking at things differently. Okay, so that back to your point. So you did commercial, but now are you like 100% residential?
100% residential.
Okay, cool.
Time to time, we'll take on a light commercial project, but it won't be something that's going to consume so much of our time that we can't help homeowners who need help.
Fair enough. And you started that, you said 2019, right? So how's it been from the beginning till now?
It's been really good, man. I've made some very important connections with people because we work directly in people's home. That's not like going to a shop and doing business at a shop. Like, we're in the most intimate locations that we can possibly be with a person, and they're at that most vulnerable with us. So it's like, to operate out of integrity, to make sure that a person feels comfortable working with you, it's really important because you are in their domain. It's your safe space. So we got to make sure that you continue to feel safe, and that whatever we do is in alignment with whatever values you have for your home.
On that note, too, you brought me a coffee, which is, thank you, I'm going to open that.
No problem.
But you told me you bring everyone a coffee.
I try to. Some people say no, and it's fine, but the goal is to make it so that it's not a one-sided arrangement. Because most times when you have someone come to your house, it feels one-sided. It's like, oh, you just come here to get some money from me, and it's not really the case. We're here to help. And of course, money's tied to it, but the goal is to help you with something that you couldn't do for yourself.
Well, I mean, absolutely. But of all the people and contractors and businesses and et cetera that I've ever hired and brought over, and for years and years, no one's ever brought me a coffee. So the fact that you're doing something that's very unique and cool and generous, and I think it's smart too, because it's like I would hire you immediately if we didn't know each other, and I was just like, oh wow, you already went above the extra mile before we even got to brass tacks, which is so kudos to you for thinking of that. Was that just one day, or just this would be something nice to do?
Well, I thought about it if it was my mom.
Oh.
And she was hiring somebody.
Yeah.
How would that arrangement look like? How would I want somebody to treat my parents if they were coming to their house? Would I want them to come in with muddy boots and just scuff up the floor? Would I want them to have floor protectors on to make sure that their house is nice and clean before they leave?
Yeah.
What kind of courtesy would, if we were doing this for our family, what kind of courtesies would we give our family? And we look at our clients like our family. We want to become the household electricians. That's our goal. So we want you to feel comfortable knowing that we're going to take care of you and look out for your best interests at all times.
I love it. And I think we might have skimmed by this, or maybe we already touched on it, but as far as electrician goes, I mean, obviously everything electrical in the house, but is there anything outside of that scope that y'all do as well?
So basically what we do is we do everything that your house can use as far as electricity, whether it's generator installation, servicing generators, EV charger installations, panel upgrades, wiring, troubleshooting, repairing, custom lighting, like
indoor outdoor or everything?
Indoor and outdoor. So we do landscape lights, we do soffit
Cool.
lighting, like
You do a lot.
yeah, because we want to take care of your home. We look at it like your house is our clinic, and because it's our clinic, we diagnose everything that's going on, and we make sure that we keep it in tip-top shape.
Is there on your website? Is there a list of everything that you do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a list of it.
Well, I was also trying to plug your website. What is it?
It is safetyfirstelectrical.com.
Cool. And that's first with the one
ST. That's right.
Okay. And I was gonna ask how you came up with the name, but it seems very. I think we've established how you came up with the name.
Exactly.
It's
Safety's our top priority.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
Smart. Straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's see here. We could. I mean, there's a lot to talk about because you mentioned, parenting, and this is your one job, but you don't do it by yourself, or do you do it by yourself?
No. So I have a team. I've been building a team over time. So if someone calls, they'll connect with our client care coordinator, and the goal is to make this as comfortable and easy as a process as we can. So they'll call our client care coordinator, greet them, and gather any information that they need regarding their project, get them scheduled, make sure they have enough information about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then I'll go out, I'll assess everything, either myself or one of our technicians will go out and assess everything.
How big is your team?
So right now we have 3 people, 2 electricians, myself, and there's 4 people, and a client care coordinator.
Yeah.
And we'll go out, assess whatever needs to be done, figure out the best solutions. And one of the things that most of our clients like most is that we don't stick them with one option. We create a range of solutions because there's multiple ways to do things. So we'll build out a couple different options so that you feel comfortable with whatever price point and level of service that we're offering. So that way you don't just feel stuck.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I assume when it started, it was probably just you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Originally, it was just me. I was figuring it out.
Did you what's something bad that whatever you want to call it that might have happened at the beginning where you learned quickly, like a piece of advice you might give to somebody regardless of whatever profession they're in?
The very first thing that ever happened that made me realize that I need to get some structure is I did some work for a client. Now, we used to do work without charging a deposit. Now we do.
Sure.
But we did a whole project. I did a whole project. Let me say that. I did a whole project. And once I got done with the project, the client flew out of town. So I was reaching out to him like, hey, we took care of it. Everything's good. Just want to make sure that we receive our funds. And they never, to this day, reached back out to me, sent the money, anything.
Whoa.
And that really hurt because I invested like a week worth of my time and energy into doing that for them.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So no contract, no deposit.
Yeah. But that was in the beginning stages before I knew what people were capable of.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was nice. I realized they're not.
That's rare because we've done thousands of jobs for like Grant Land Lawn, and I can only assume maybe 1 or 2 like haven't paid, but that was probably. I'm recording again. Okay, guys, this is sad. We're back. My phone cut off at minute 22, and we've been talking for 20 minutes. We're gonna pick back up. I'm just in shock at the moment because this is the first time this has happened. If anyone has insight on I have my phone on airplane mode, I had it on do not disturb, and yet somehow the phone cut off, the recording cut off. Anyways, I guess that's something for me to figure out. Oh, we had such a good conversation. We could still rehash what we were just talking about, and I don't even know where we left off. So some of this is going to be little
repetitive.
Maybe. All right. Shoot. We're talking about fishing. It's going to be weird to talk about fishing again, but I mean, what do you think we should do? Actually, let's talk about something new. I'm sure we have more to talk about.
Of course.
But there was a really great anecdote about learning to fish, and we talked about, oh man, so many good things. Okay. I'm nervous. I got to keep an eye on this thing now.
I think we should probably pause it, figure out where we were.
Okay.
And then that way we can piggyback from there.
Cool. Be right back.
What we were wrapping up with was the second obstacle that we ran into as business owners in the beginning of starting the company. And I was mentioning to you that we had upfront pricing.
Transparent upfront pricing, very important. Yes, you got different tiers, so you give your customers a lot of different options, so they can kind of pick and choose their path, which I actually like. I like that too. Do you ever do this where, because we'll have our list, right, and I'll say like, you know, this is what we usually like to charge. This is, you know, we'll give you a little wiggle room here, but then I'm also like, hey, do you have a budget that we could work with? Because like that opens the door in case there's something like, you know, maybe they can't match our price, but we can match theirs. Do you like to stick more with like a concrete, I'll charge this, I'll charge that, or are you getting flexible sometimes?
So that depends. We price it in a way that we price our things from the most permanent solution all the way to the most temporary solution. So that way we're covering all the bases. So we never ask for what their budget is, because we don't want them to feel like we're trying to get to a number that, whatever that is. We give it straightforward. This is what it would take to make this happen. If you don't want to do it at the most permanent level, then we can step it down to something that's functional and not as permanent, and then something that's essentially just a Band-Aid if that's what you're open to, if that's what your budget allows for you to do. Most people go with functional to permanent. So of course, nobody wants a Band-Aid. So, but people who all they can afford is a Band-Aid, just say, hey, give me the Band-Aid for now, and when I'm ready to do X, Y, and Z, if I'm available, then we'll take care of it then.
Yeah, I get that. It's always nice to give options instead of being like, it's this or nothing. And I think that's smart. Yeah. Well, on a completely different note, since you know rehashing old stuff might be, we could, but what's on your? Do you have work tomorrow?
Yeah. So we had pretty much work every day. We try to keep our schedule as flexible as possible, because most times when it's an emergency, you need somebody today. And we get a lot of the times, I hear this almost every day from clients who've hired other contractors. They say that, you know, this contractor is doing commercial and they're 2 weeks out and this and that. And I'm like, well, we don't do commercial. We do residential services for homeowners just like you. And that way we can make ourselves available for your emergencies, because that's what you need an electrician for, is your emergency services. So we make sure that we're available for that, and we can take care of what needs to be done within a timely manner, because you don't want to be out of power and you got to wait 2 weeks for somebody to come out.
Right. Is that what you're working on tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. So tomorrow, and we probably missed this in this recording, but
yeah,
we're going to be doing the grounding with the property we're working with today.
Yep.
It's going to be about a 2-day process, so we're going to be doing that today and tomorrow, and then once we wrap up with that, we'll have other things scheduled for next week, and we try to make sure that we keep a flexible schedule. So like I said, we'll be available for emergency services when they're necessary.
That's interesting. It's like if something happened, so if like someone needs you ASAP, you can be like, yeah, cool. Instead of being like, yeah, we're booked up 2 weeks, you could say like, I got availability. Mm-hmm. That's good to know. Is there? We got the website, Safety First Electrical.com. Is there a phone number?
Yep. So our phone number is, I had to look it up because I don't remember it off the top of my head. but it is 470-686. Give me 1 second. I got it. Like I said, I don't remember the number out the top of my head.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I apologize about that. Oh yeah, so it's 470-686-6863.
Got it. Cool. And I'm just nervously looking at the to see if it's still
Yeah.
recording, but it is. All right. So what questions do you have?
It's okay. So since I know where we ended at, I
Yeah.
think that we talked about the services that we offer, and for the viewers and the listeners, the services that Safety First offers are: we do generator installations, we do lighting upgrades, panel upgrades, EV chargers, generator servicing, and electrical troubleshooting and repair. So if you have issues with your electricity, we are the superheroes that come out and fix that for you. But
And it's like, yeah, like you said, everything electrical that you could think of, from grounding
Yep.
to landscape lighting
Yep.
to
soffit lighting, custom lighting, like we make sure that we bring the light to the party.
there you go, custom lighting. That's interesting. Like, it's
So-
like interior, exterior, like or just like any kind of lighting you put in your house, really.
Yep.
But that's cool, because you're like that. You're transcending from electrician almost to like handyman territory, or like both, right?
Not so much handyman, because the custom lighting is, if it ties into electricity, we want to make sure that we're able to do it.
Right.
And most time, custom lighting would look like, if you want integrated LED lighting in areas of your home, then we're able to give you that integrated lighting, whether it be under cabinet or if you want to integrate it directly into your walls. So if you got wall panels, stuff like that.
Here's a question we didn't talk about yet. What's the coolest project? What's the coolest job that you might have done that you could think of? And I don't even know what cool means, but you can tell me what your interpretation
I'll
is.
tell you cool from an electrical perspective.
Okay.
Because it might not be cool to everyone, but as an electrician, the coolest project we've done is there is this thing called an EcoFlow system. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
Nope.
But EcoFlow is a backup battery system for your home. And it's not a generator, it's just backup storage that can be tied to a generator. It can also be tied to solar panels. We had a client who wants to go off grid, and they're just preparing themselves to go off grid.
Off grid, like
Meaning
no
that-
electricity, or sorry, no
utility electricity.
like no Georgia Power.
Exactly, no Georgia Power or whoever their municipality might be. They have like snapping shows. Every county may have someone different, like Jackson EMC.
Was that because they're like being frugal, or is there a different reason for apocalypse? Like, what would their reasoning be?
Funny thing is, it's for the apocalypse.
Oh shit! I made a joke.
Yeah, that's exactly
But I mean,
what it's for.
it's also like, I get it. Like, we're in a climate crisis. Like, I understand where like that could come in handy one day. Anyways, fantastic. So this story is gonna be cool. So you're building an eco grid.
So, the system is called EcoFlow. So
EcoFlow.
you can find it online anywhere, but they have a catalog of backup systems for your house. But in this particular situation, this is an EcoFlow electrical panel that ties into batteries that charge through the utility. And as those batteries charge, you can essentially turn off your utility and use the batteries to sustain your house.
Okay.
And it cuts down on, of course, the electrical bill, because you're not pulling in electricity from the utility. You're using stored energy in the batteries.
This isn't solar, is it?
It can be.
Oh.
So this can be solar, and it can be powered by a generator. But the batteries are tied directly to your electrical panel.
So in this scenario, are they still paying for like the Georgia, or let's just call it Georgia Power for now? Are they still paying for that, or did they get or they cut off from that now and they're just existing on the battery and the solar life?
So they're still paying for Georgia Power because now the EcoFlow system is an investment. Just the equipment itself is an investment. So they're doing it one step at a time, and they're preparing for when they go solar. Solar is going to be the end all be all when it comes to their situation. But because once they get their solar installed, the solar power will draw energy from the sun.
Yep.
To power the batteries.
Yep.
To power the house.
Yep. Okay, so that's what their end goal is. So $0 goes into their electric bill.
Essentially.
And I had solar at my last house. Quite a big fan. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I got screwed at this house because I put metal roofing on and made it very difficult to put solar panels on. Oops. But that's also, I mean, that's an interesting. I'm a big fan of what they're trying to do. It also sounds extremely expensive. It
is. It's very expensive. The equipment alone is like the bulk of the expense because like this is specialized equipment. The batteries and the inverters can cost around 11 grand just for the equipment.
Right.
Like so.
And to do like 100% solar, I mean, you're getting up into like 20 grand territory potentially.
Potentially, and that's just equipment. That's not even the install. Yeah, that's just equipment. But the good thing about that investment is over time it'll pay for itself.
I agree, because they got their forever home, then they'll be happy ducks down the way, and it's an investment well spent. So that's your coolest story. And I already know your not coolest story because I'm pretty sure that's still in the recording when you got screwed by the guy that ghosted you.
Yeah.
All right, so we got coolest, not coolest. Has you ever had a dangerous one? We haven't talked about, have you ever gotten shocked?
Me personally, I don't get shocked because I do things the right way.
Oh, okay, cool. Safety first.
Exactly. So if you're an electrician and you're a real electrician, then you can work on anything with electricity and not get hurt because you know what sends electricity and what doesn't. And as long as I isolate the conductors that have electricity on them, the other conductors won't hurt you at all. And that's a little bit of jargon, but as an electrician, you should be able to work on anything that has power and not get hurt. Now,
what if? What if? Are you grounded when you're working?
No. So we're always insulated. Always insulated. That's why I don't know. I have some homeowners, like if I'm in their house and they have a ladder standby, so I don't have to go outside of my truck to get my ladder, then I would use their ladder if they're okay with it. And they'll bring me an aluminum ladder, and I was like, I go to my truck and get my ladder really quick.
Wait, what? Oh, is there not aluminum?
No, my ladders, all of our ladders are fiberglass, because fiberglass are not conductors. Aluminum is a conductor. So if I'm working on electricity and I'm standing on aluminum, then the electricity will find its way to that aluminum through me.
Yeah.
So if ever you're changing out a light and you're doing something DIY, try not to use an aluminum ladder if it comes to electricity because it is a conductor.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, so I guess you have when they go to like a warehouse or something, and it's like, we've had 0 accidents in the last 30 days. Is your record 0 in the last 6 years?
Well, some accidents happen. Now, major accidents is what you want to avoid. Like, so you can look at my hand right now, you can see I scuffed my hand up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that just comes with the territory. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but it's not life-threatening.
Right.
Like, because we got to get in tight spots, and sometimes when you get in a tight spot, it's hard to get out of that tight spot.
No, I get that. It's just like when I think of electricity, I think of like, lightning bolt coming down and shocking you, and it's all that, all that crazy shit. But you haven't had any near-death experiences,
no,
and you won't have any because you're safety first.
Exactly. So we turn off the power where power needs to be turned off at if we're working on anything specific. That way we don't cause any damage to ourselves or to your property. And I'm trying to think of an incident that was like, actually I did have an incident that was kind of scary when we were installing some lights around the soffit of a property. And at this time the wind was blowing extremely hard.
Okay.
So while we're up on the ladder, we always use 2 people on the ladder if we use an extension ladder. One person to hold the ladder and keep it stable, one person to climb up the ladder.
Yep.
Well, this particular time, I was climbing down the ladder, And my holder, he walked away because, of course, I'm coming down the ladder.
Yeah.
The moment I stepped off the ladder, a gust of wind blew the ladder away. And fortunately, it didn't hit the client's house. It landed right in the grass. But the fact that wind blew that ladder scared the heck out of me because I was like,
Because you could have been up there when it happened.
I could have been up there, and it could have damaged something on the client's property. And that was my most important concern. It's like, I don't want to damage anybody's things that come in there to trust us.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's done right. But it was super duper windy that day, and it blew that ladder almost like a piece of paper, man. I was like, dang, man. So that was one of the scariest situations. It didn't have anything to do with the actual electricity. It was just more so.
Well, it probably, stuck with you enough. I guess you're not going to climb up on the ladder when it's super windy again.
Yeah. So we try to schedule those types of projects around rain and wind.
Yeah.
So if it's raining, we're not doing outside projects. It just doesn't make sense. Electricity and water doesn't mix. And if we're doing projects that consist of getting on tall ladders, we're definitely going to make sure if it's not too windy when we do it.
Okay. Well, that checks out. Also, when do you need to be at your grounding job? Because I know
so I already have a guy there.
All right. Or it's almost 11. I wasn't sure if you had
No, it's no absolute rush for me. So my team, they're great, man. Like the electricians we have,
Perfect.
It's just like I go above and beyond. I taught them how we do things, and they stick to the script of what we do, and they go above and beyond.
Oh, something we haven't talked about. Your brother.
Yeah. Richard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He has a
hauling,
removal.
Hauling services. He gets rid of your junk, all your trash. He's starting to do some landscaping, but mostly hauling.
Cool.
And he started out, I want to say about a month and a half ago.
Oh, yep, getting started.
Yeah.
He hit me up. I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. I know your brother, and like we're happy to have him on the team." And do you have more family, or is it just y'all two?
No, I got. So my mama has a total of 7 kids. So I got
All right.
three brothers, 3 sisters.
Cool.
Me and my brother are the only 2 that's in Atlanta.
Okay.
I got a brother and a sister in Savannah, a brother and a sister in DC, and then I got a sister in California.
Nice.
Yeah, so everybody just kind of spread out.
Savannah's nice. I love Savannah.
My favorite city in the world.
Oh, really?
That's where
you
we're
just threw
from.
Atlanta under the bus.
I'm sorry, but I'm from Savannah, so you know.
Well, I couldn't agree more. It is a fantastic city. We just went down there. Is it earlier this year? Or yeah, it was recently. Just because it's just like it's such a fun town to explore and hang out in, and so I do agree. Like as a top Georgia cities, Atlanta's number 1.
That's for sure.
But Savannah could be number 2. That's an interesting question.
I want to say Savannah is number 2 as far as tourists goes, because people mostly tour Savannah because of the historic district.
Yeah.
Of course, you come to Atlanta because everything is here. So, and one thing I learned that people that's not from Georgia don't even know about a lot of places in Georgia. Like, I met this person from DC while I was up there with my family.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, what part of Georgia? You from Atlanta? And I was like, no, I'm from Savannah. And it's like, what's Savannah?
Oh, no.
And it's like, most people only know about Atlanta. Like,
well, Savannah's in the news quite often because of the bananas, the Savannah bananas.
I love the Savannah bananas, man.
And but yeah, it's such a. Now I'm thinking of like all the other cities that I really enjoy. Athens is.
Athens great.
I used to go there a lot, but yeah, no, that's a great. I like that one a lot, and Macon's kind of cool. And
it's not a whole lot to do in Macon though. That's the only thing.
It's the downtown historic district. Like it's booming. You could say. Like we just went there for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And it was great. Like very nice. And they do a Christmas light show every year, and like so Macon definitely has. The Allman Brothers are from there. Like there's a lot going on. Now we're just listing cities in Georgia, but I like it. The mountains. I like the mountains. The
Blue Ridge.
Yep. That's a nice vacation spot.
We're planning on going sometime close to December. We're gonna get us a cabin out there and hang out for a little while.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, we could keep listing cities, or we could.
Hey, one thing about it, man, it kills when things happen that's outside of our control, and it's like, dang, man, we had this whole thing put together and planned out, and next thing you know, everything stopped recording.
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, I think there's a lesson to be learned. Obviously, the lesson is I need to find a more foolproof way, maybe like a backup or something. But you also stuck with me, so thank you.
Yeah,
it
pleasure,
speaks
man.
to your character that you're like, fuck, you didn't say fuck this, I'm gonna move on, and you know, because we lost, we had some really. At least we'll have those memories.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And I appreciate it either way. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Oh yeah, doors. I want to have follow-ups. You know, like just check in. You know, next year or something to see how things are still going, and you know, keep the conversations going. Because that's like this is kind of much like your business. I'm sure you want this to succeed for years to come.
Exactly.
So.
And speaking of that, if anybody's listening, we are looking for quality electricians.
Oh, cool.
To add to our team, because we want to make sure that we got the capacity to take care of the homeowners that we take care of at the highest possible levels that we can.
Are you hiring one or two?
So the goal is one right now. We just purchased a new van, and we are getting that wrapped. It just so happens today it's getting wrapped. So
nice.
I want to make sure that the service areas that we do have, we got guys available to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of.
Is that the hardest part of your job too, hiring? Because that's the hardest part of our job.
Yeah, it is, because not everybody's gonna understand the vision the same. Some people come just to have a job, and some people come once we instill what it is that we're doing this for. If you align with that, then you work out. If you don't align with that, you might not work out. So we like pretty firm on our core values, so that anybody that we bring in, we have to make sure they align with our core values, because ultimately we do work in people's houses. And our biggest thing is to operate out of honesty and integrity. And if you're with us, we want you to be honest, we want you to have integrity, and we want you to be willing to serve, because that's what we're here to do, is serve.
Yeah. I will say you're welcome to post in the group, or you know, I can also give you contact to like all the other 150-ish businesses. So, because you never know who knows somebody that's
true.
That knows somebody. So, if you need, I'm happy to help with your electrician hunt.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't know anyone offhand. We're in the process of hiring. We've been in the process of trying to hire a landscaper for our team for a year. Like we've gone through so many guys. And it just is what it is. You know, you just got to wait till you find the diamond in the rough.
Now, I will give you a piece of advice on the hiring side. And I got this from a mentor that I used to have. He was saying that don't be in a rush to hire. You hire before you need to hire, but hire slow, fire fast. It's really important, because if we hire based on our core values, like, you could be a good person and you'll fit the qualifications, we can train you. But it has to make sense. If you're a good person and an electrician, that's a bonus.
Right.
But first thing first is we want you to be a good person. And if you're a good person, then you align with what we're trying to put out into the world. Because I don't want to send someone to your house and we get a bad representation.
We were on a good roll right there, and guys, this is the third time this recording is cut off, so I'm clearly dropping the ball today. But we were talking about hiring, and you were saying it's all about hiring someone good. That, you know, it's a bonus if they're a good person, that also a good electrician. Like clearly, that's the best case. You said hire slow, fire fast.
That's right.
I think that's what we're doing currently, because like if they don't, we try a day out, day works great, go to 2, then go to a week, but after that point you'll know if it's a good or bad fit. And yeah, we definitely don't want to just bring on anyone because it will reflect in the work, which has happened to me time and time again over the years. But on that note, yeah, I mean, how are you feeling about this? I'm afraid it's gonna get cut off again. We're just gonna be like,
it's fine, man. I think we got the gist of it, man.
Okay, well, I apologize.
No, that's
Good
cool.
Lord, this is a experience to say the least.
Hey, things happen, man. Some things are outside of our control, but ultimately, if you're listening, and you're not a part of the Shmooze community, definitely join the Shmooze.
Love it.
You can't go wrong. If you're looking for an electrician or anything else, you can definitely find it on the Shmooze. And like I said, we're here to help. We are Safety First Electrical Services. You can find us on all platforms where you can find electricians. And like I said, we are here to serve, and our ultimate goal is to serve our clients at the highest possible levels that we can serve, so that we can make sure your home is safe. So
nice wrap up. Very professional. All right, we're gonna stop here on our own dime before this cuts off.
Right.
All right, thanks y'all. Bye.
All right.
When you're in need of a plumber, a roofer, a gilder, a builder, a banker, a candlestick maker, electrician, technician, landscaper, bricklayer, flooring and fencing,